Hello, welcome. I'm Madfish Magpie, and welcome to Art Sanity. How are you guys? It's been 5 whole years since we painted together, so it's about time, don't you think? Yay! If you've come to paint today, you'll have to have some tools, but you can paint later. You could watch this again another time with the right tools and just enjoy what we create today and sit back, relax, and enjoy. Today, if you are painting along, you're going to want a piece of watercolor paper. And this just means a paper that has a little bit of a roughness to it. You can sort of see the paper has some fibers and it's sort of thicker paper. Okay, so you could use just regular paper, but it's gonna since we're using water, you'll definitely want to make sure you have tape if you're using not super thick paper. If your paper is decently thick, the tape's kind of optional, but I'm going to go ahead and tape mine down. Painter's tape or masking tape. Either one is going to work. Something that's not going to stick too much to your paper for removal later. So the paper's going to buckle when we start applying water to it. So that's what the tape is for, is to just keep it in place. And also it can like make a nice like frame around your watercolor painting. Here, I'm just going to adjust this a little bit so you guys can see. How's that? Yeah. Anyway, that way you can kind of see the tape process a little bit. So it'll make a nice clean line on your painting once you remove the tape. So it's so nice to see lovely people in chat. Good at game, Solar Sailor, Shogunai. Thanks for stopping by. Saw Delta 1 in earlier. Thanks for being here, y'all. All right, we're all taped up. So now that your tape is in place, we're going to start with crayon actually. So the medium of today is watercolor and crayon, and this is a kind of art project I call crayon resist. I think it's actually just called that. I don't call it that. That's what it's called. Anyway, anybody could do it. It's really simple, and most people have these sort of items lying around. If you have kiddos or anything, just some crayons of any kind and some watercolors of any kind that you have lying around. Of course, you'll want some water and some watercolor brushes. So watercolor brushes are just generally a brush that has really soft bristles. So any size will do. It's good to have a multitude of sizes, but if you only have one size, that'll do. It's just fine. You can have any size you like. Most watercolor sets come with this silly little brush right here, and it's made of plastic. I like to save these to actually use for projects where I'm going to use glue and try to put some glue on something, because they're way easy to clean glue off of. But they're great for kids to learn watercolor with. You're not going to damage the bristles so much. You know, this is super damaged, but so it doesn't really matter. You can use these plastic brushes, but I like to use a softer brush and save these for glue projects. So anyway, we'll get to the watercolor in a minute. Set your brushes aside. We're going to start with the crayons. And so I actually have these really interesting crayons. They're called gel crayons. And I was going to actually try this out for the first time using these. I normally use just traditional crayons for this project, but we're going to try out a new kind of crayon and see how it turns out. So I like to start with white because, oops, there you go, see? Every mistake is an opportunity for redesign. I like to start with a white crayon because we're going to do like an outer space theme. A lot of us that come to my channel sometimes play No Man's Sky or Elite Dangerous. Lots of really cool outer space games. So we're going to go on an adventure right now in our minds of like, what kind of system do we want? What kind of system are we looking for? Like a blue planet? Yeah, I think so. But it's going to have a nice bright sun in it. So let's put our white crayon down. It's gonna be hard to see, but I think that's kind of the magic of it. So I'm just blindly painting a circular white sun in this universe, somewhere up here in the top left. I don't know what this is gonna look like later, but I love this. See how juicy this gel crayon is? And look, you can like twist it up. So cool. So like when you run out, there's more. So of course, don't twist it up that high, but don't be shy about these markings, okay, with the white that you're gonna do. So all over little stars. Okay, and then let's try another color here. There's some nice green and yellow in this set with this thick gel twist crayon. And so this orange streak that I accidentally put on there, let's go ahead and go over it with this green. This is going to be maybe some kind of comet streaking. I'm going to go back over that green with this white crayon a little bit. Kind of blending. You can take your finger when these gel crayons, they're almost pastel-like. So super fun. You can try blending with your fingers. I've got gel sticks very much like crayons, but blend like watercolors. Ooh, those would work great for this. Totally. Oil pastels, beautiful for landscapes. So fun to blend with.
Samantha.
Oh, Samantha, I did miss you. It's because I'm used to seeing her name in green. Hi, Samantha. So good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for my producer Dimash is over here off camera doing the switch between cameras, you guys. He's super in producer mode right now. It's really, really cool. Oh, so I wanted to do a blue planet. That's what we talked about. And I'm thinking the sun's over up here, and so I want my blue planet to be a little off in the distance, like we're headed towards it. I'm gonna do a circle. Oop. This is a blue crayon that has no more in it. Garbage. Never mind. That crayon has been totaled by a toddler. So we're gonna switch to a regular crayon now for the blue planet. Just make a nice circle and kind of eyeball it and then fill in where it needs. So you get a nice thick outline with your crayon. And I sort of am letting that tail end of the, asteroid or comet, whatever this is, flying through is going to kind of break that line right there. That's kind of fun. And I don't want this planet to be all by itself, so we're going to do another one. I want to see a planet with some rings on it. Ooh, so I'm going to take a purple and a silver and just see what we can make out of that. it off a little farther. Which way should these rings go? Let's make them go. All right, so for my next galaxy, we're going to do more than one of these today. So for my next galaxy, I'm going to be polling you guys as to what kind of planets you want to see in it. So, okay. I'm really going hard with this silver, okay? We're going to just really make sure that that's on there thick. The planet with that purple, I filled it in, but I left it sort of with some of the paper shining through, because when we go with watercolor to fill in this planet, that might have a cool effect with the rings being super waxed up with the crayon and then the planet having a little bit of paper showing through. So back to our blue planet, I'm going to take this gel crayon again, but this is kind of a pretty periwinkle, and I'm going to do like some land masses. I sort of love in No Man's Sky the silly planetary land masses. Like there, when you keep those in mind when you're doing this, because like especially those planets where it's just like little leopard spot islands and stuff, that pattern, sort of organic patterning is great fun for this project. So we're covering some landmass in the waxy crayon, but leaving some of the paper shining through for this blue planet. And any age of person could do this, right? So like you could do this with your kid, you could do this with your granny. This is really easy and fun and silly and not, you know, the result is super fun. And it doesn't matter what you put on the paper, really. Cool. So yeah, that planet's looking awesome. I'm liking that. So this one's pretty neat. I'm gonna leave this here for a minute. We're gonna bring in a new piece of paper, and I want to take some suggestions from you guys. So Kragan, what's up? I just looking up from the art piece for the first time seeing you here. Welcome. Good to see you. Doing good. Busy, busy. Mass Effect tonight. Are you playing Mass Effect tonight?
No, not tonight. Just talking about
Not
it.
tonight, just talking about it. What's going on tonight? Oh yeah, it's Sunday. I don't know.
Minecraft.
Minecraft. Yeah.
Castle Crashers.
And Castle Crashers. That's right, it's family night. Sunday family night. Um, I love this. Yay, I'm so glad you're enjoying this, Samantha. Fantastic, same. That's what I like to hear. I'm doing pretty good, busy with work and such. Good man, keep busy. And really got into Mass Effect because there's too much dialogue. Ah, I know it's a great game. Sorry. What's up? Okay, so we're gonna do all three, right? All three Mass Effects. Super cool. Good stories. Um, so what kind of planet should this galaxy or solar system we're gonna do be based around? From chat, you guys decide. What kind of universe?
For next week.
No, right now, this piece of paper. So you guys are determining what I'm gonna draw right now. This is your adventure. Do we want fungal, extreme sentinel warning? You want a barren, lifeless solar system? So one thing I like to do. Ooh, ice. Yes, let's do it. Okay, perfect. So, nebulas. Nebulas are a fun thing to throw on one of these style paintings. And so, nebulas, you're gonna take your white crayon and just go. Yes, the noises help. And feel free to do the noises. Okay, nebula. Okay. This is especially good for the kiddos. Bioluminescent fungi. Heck yes. All right, cool. Fungal planet. Perfect. Okay, let's do this. We're going to do one ice, and I have one more sheet of paper, so we're going to do a fungal. So this will be ice, and we'll do fungal next. So, icy planet. I mean, they are mostly just white, but I have this sparkly purple. So let's get a purpley glow in this icy planet system. The icy planet's gonna be like kind of actually in the foreground here. I'm gonna go back over the purple with this jelly white. What happens if we smudge? What happens? Not much smudge happening with the purple, but that's okay. It's still gonna have a nice hue. Oh, wrong purple. Here we go. All right, we'll see what happens there. That's going to be interesting. It's a lot of white, but that'll be cool because we'll do some real freaky deaky stuff with this nebula in between. And the star in this system is gonna be, I want to try this crayon. This is a Crayola Gel FX. So I don't know. Let's try the sun. It seems almost neon. Sorry for any camera shake there, folks. It's just gonna maybe happen.
Yeah, pencil's actually pretty stable.
Cool.
It's this one that's actually a little rocky.
Okay.
Funny enough. So,
Yeah.
don't forget you got a light on there.
Oh, yeah. How do you like that, guys? Need more light on there.
It's got plus and minus.
Mm. Oh, cool. Oops, I was zooming.
So it's gonna be
Oh, here.
these.
Nice. Ooh.
Yeah, fancy. Fancy camera.
Okay, so this will be ice, and then we're gonna have one more here with fungal. Ooh, greens are so fun. So, okay, in my jar here with my brushes, I have these other crayons I want to try too. They're the Twistables from Crayola. So with this one, I'll try, we got to get our white stars in there. Okay, so we have a twistable white. Let's try this one. And this is sort of an experiment. I wanted to see which of my white crayons makes better stars, best stars. And we won't know until the big reveal. I do, I have a hard time making dots on paper without making them equally spread. So I sort of appreciate not being able to see what I'm doing because then it's more organic groupings of stars rather than like 1950s like pop art stars. Um, so here we've got, we're just gonna have this be like a view of the night sky from a fungal planet. So like the fungal planet, it's been a while since I played, but I'm just gonna go wild here, okay?
Delta has a question.
Oh, Delta has a question for me. I'm more used to acrylics and oil. Can you use the brush flicking method to make stars with watercolor? No. You unless you so you could after it dried and with acrylic. So like you'd still use acrylic, maybe watered down a little bit to do that after this was painted and dried. That's a great question. What else? Let's see. I can't even remember the other weird things they have on Funko. I do really like the Funko planets though. Okay, this is getting ridiculous, but I'm gonna go in with a little more green, do some little bushes and things. Look, see, I can't even, they're like perfectly spaced bushes. Stop. How do I make them closer together? There we go. Okay. All right. So little bushes on the, and then so if the fungal planet, if the fungal planet had rings, then they might be in the shot, right? So I'm gonna go, let's do like a ring shooting up through the sky. And we'll just do a bunch of different greens. All right, that is gonna be so fun and cool. Um, and I'm gonna take a few more of the twistables and I'm gonna make some stars that aren't white. Just like some red and turquoise and yellow and so just not all stars are white, right? You got your red giants, all the stages in between. I like this turquoise, like almost sea green. It's really pretty. Different shades of yellow, anything, because like our universe, our night skies are gonna be dark, and so lighter colors are really gonna stand out against whatever you do. All right, so pretty. Not all stars are white. It looks like a NATO. Yeah, heck yeah. Please put a bush at the base of the mushroom. Okay. Okay, I'll do a curly one over here. There you go. You naughty. Okay, so This is gonna be so great. I can't wait to apply our watercolors, you guys. So, this is where the magic happens. Are you ready? Are you guys excited? So we're pretty much done with the crayons. We can just set all that aside. Oh, thank you. And then take out your watercolors. These are literally from my childhood. I don't think they go bad. But yeah, so these do not have to be pretty. They don't have to be new.
So they're 35 years old.
Yeah. You could probably even go out in nature and find something not poisonous to crush up and make paint out of, you know? Um, that's what paints are made of. So that could be a cool thing we do. Let's make organic paints on the channel. You guys want to do that? You want me to see me go out in nature and like crush up vegetables and make cool paint and paint with them? All right, so we've got our water, we've got a brush, and our watercolor paints. Here we go. So you're gonna dip in your water, make the color you want to use, moisten it, make it wet, and then apply your paint where you want it to go. Okay, this is our pretty blue planet from the first bunch of crayon I did. Okay, so pretty. And this was an experiment. I've never used these gel crayons before. And they don't repel the paint quite as waxy as a traditional Crayola would. But I like it. It's still pretty. Like, you can see the purple land coming through. Very interesting. But it doesn't repel in the same way that you'll see this one does, okay? So I'm going to rinse off the blue, and I'm going to go in with a little reddish tone for this little guy. And I'm only going to apply this on the planet. And see how it's mostly being repelled by the waxy crayon? And I'm only going to get pink soaking into the parts that are not colored. And that is really beautiful. I do not have a paper towel, so I'm going to use my scrunchie to dab up some of the water there. Beautiful. So pretty. Thank you. Oh, here we go. Paper towel. It's pretty. And then we're going to make this a traditional dark black space. Just black space. All right, and we're going to reveal these stars and the sun that we put in here. Yeah, if you want it to be really dark, go in with the lots of color. See what happens when I go over the comet? Okay, and then if I want it to really pop, because it's not, we blended that, remember we blended that with the gel. So I can just pop it back out. That looks really cool. You guys feel like you're in space? Yeah, and if there's anywhere you want more blended, just use a little more water. Cool. So we're gonna let this dry. And we're gonna get one of our other ones in here. So fun. I love these. They're so simple and quick too. It looks like a still frame that pans away from Twilight Zone. Ooh, yeah. Space magic time. You have a whole swatch board you did? I love swatch boards. It's so fun to see the colors and how they interact. It adds depth so you get nice layers. Yeah, it does. Never ask the degenerates what to paint. That's right. Well, cool. So we're gonna let that one dry. We'll come back and show it a little bit later. And next we'll go with our ice planet painting. And this one I won't tape down just so you guys can see like what happens. What, you know, if someone might be stressed, I don't have tape, but I have everything else. We'll do one without tape and you can just see what happens, and it's not a big deal. It's just the paper will get all bendy and it's totally fine. But so we'll do this one that way. And the ice planet herself.
Let's get your water back on that shadow.
Oh yeah. I want to do like purple, so kind of a purple icy planet. Let me see how intense this is going to be. I'm going to start this way and go towards in. So that's actually pretty cool. I kind of like it. This crayon that I use, the jelly crayons, they are also washable. And so I thought about that. I was like, I wonder how that will react with the water. And what I'm seeing is it almost becomes paint-like. The water reactivates it in a way. So I'm not sure that specifically for crayon resist I would use it again, but this has been a great experiment. Very pretty. Nice little violet. And actually, we could give it the effect of snow with your little paper towel. You can go in and just kind of blot some of that away, and that gives a cool snowy texture. Yeah. So that's nice. And then this crazy yellow sun over here, I want to give it a little pop with the watercolor, and then we'll go dark. So I'm grabbing some yellow. I just want to give it some and then we'll come through with our nebula for an icy world solar system. Let's go with a blue nebula. I'm gonna go heavy on the water for this because I just want to make this color flow. Yeah. So when you're doing watercolor, there's a few methods. Like what I'm trying to show you right now is called wet on wet. So I'm actually putting the water down first, right? So I'm making the paper nice and wet first and then putting wet color on top of the wet paper. So that's wet on wet. Over here in this corner that I'm gonna leave for a second, that's dry right now. So I'll show you what I mean by wet on dry in just a second. But right now, wet on wet, we're just gonna flow this color. And take a little bit of my blue, but I'm putting it on water that's already there. So it's just gonna flow. And right here with this sun, we're gonna get a really pretty like green blend. But do you see how the nebula is just like coming through? It's messy. I don't have to use a lot of color. But here, as I'm getting towards the edge of my painting, I want to frame in the whole picture. This is dry. So I'm going to do wet on dry and see how much that color pops, right? So that's the difference of technique. You're going to get a stronger, more vibrant color if you're using wet on dry. But if you want the colors to flow, you want a lot of free blend, then wet on wet is your ticket. And then, of course, this is one of my favorite techniques called scumbling. You just move your brush in small circles. Scumble, scumble. And that's going to help the water not show different stroke patterns. It'll be one with the nebula. This looks so cool. I love this. I'm going to rinse my brush a little bit and just go in with some plain water to see if I can get the blend around this sun to kind of soften. Yeah, just a little water. Made that harsh line go away. All right, so we're going to set that off to the side to dry. Whew. Oh, and see, like, look, so I didn't tape it down, and you can see that the paper is just like kind of rolling in on itself that way.
Like an old map.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll just set it down on a flat surface. It'll dry a little bit with that curve, but even the one that's taped, see, it's still drying. It's even a little, it's flat, but it's still a little bit warped, right? We're so excited for our final watercolor today, you guys. This is so funny. Our fun guys.
Ah.
The group of fun guys here. They're very paint like. Oh yeah, it looks like it's still framed the pans. Oh yeah, I blend mine with a wet Q-tip. Ooh, Q-tips are a great tool for watercolor or any kind of painting. But yeah, like when you saw me do the blotting with this, like this, if you had a Q-tip, you could blot and pull paint up and make little like soft stars. That's a cool idea. Actually, Dimesh, can you hand me a Q-tip? We'll use that technique on this next one. That was a great idea. Thanks for the inspiration, Solar. Cool. So I'll just have these on standby. We're gonna go down here and do some green on the planet surface. I'm gonna do a little wet on wet here. Gonna take some more water. Oh yeah, see?
Ooh.
That's just from the crayon. That's just from that washable crayon. That's really cool. That's really cool. So then, like, look, if you do wet on wet, sometimes you could just take some color and just go and watch it flow and let that be your texture. Super fun. That looks fun. I like that. Yay! And then I'm gonna do just a little green swoosh of water through here. And now we're gonna make the night sky dark, and we're gonna do purple and black. So it'll be nice and dark, but have a good contrast with the green. With our little confetti stars, it's gonna be so pretty. So nice. Uh, and using our Q-tip, if we lift some of this where it's like a darker purple, see how I just made a star? Just like some really distant stars way off, you know? Great technique. So that was inspired by Solar Sailor. Good job. Another way to make cool stars, I don't have any on me, but like if you had any salt, you could sprinkle a little bit of table salt on the wet watercolor, and then the salt has a really cool effect where it soaks in and dries, and can make almost a star or nebula effect. So maybe we'll do that on a next time. Um, so let's float over here. Our first one we did. Gosh, that's pretty. I really like that how that fungal planet contrasting colors turned out.
Yeah.
I didn't do the black because just I was so in love with that purple. And here we have our black from the beginning. Nice and dark. See how nice the paint gives a nice like edge. Or the tape, I'm sorry. When you pull the tape off, you got a nice frame around. Around your thing.
Fucking masterpiece.
It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Here, I'm going to turn this light down just a little bit so you guys can appreciate some of the darker details. So, super cool.
and hold it up. Would you hold it up to your face?
Oh, yeah.
That looks like.
Mm-hmm. There you go, guys. Super fun. And then let's take a look at our icy planet. They're still drying a little bit, but these are nice. They're fun. It's simple. It's restorative. The main thing, guys, is to just get paint and paper and make something, anything. Art is restorative. You don't have to be good at it. You don't have to love it. It's crayon and watercolor. You can do this. Do this with your kids. This will take your mind off things for 20 minutes, and that's all you need. You know? And then, oh my gosh, you guys, I've got to really thank you for the inspiration on this one. We all love a good fungal planet, but you know, the bushes, the bush placement was all you guys. So thank you for that. It's so pretty. Purple and green are fantastic contrasting colors, y'all. They are both kind of like in the cool category, but they have a beautiful contrast. I'm just gonna go in with a little water. I gotta fill in this little hole right there. Finishing touches is what we call this. Speckle dots. Like what kind of speckle dots? Oh, on the caps? Okay. To mash things, we need a little more layering on these shrooms. No, I think it's great. I think it's great. We're gonna take a little teensy bit of brown. They just need some detail, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Like, here.
Little one has like goofy face.
That's cool. That's fun. That's nice.
Wow.
Wow. Very cool. Looks like something out of The Little Prince. Absolutely. Yeah, totally. And you know what? That's a great way to make this little art project a literary project, Delta. You could read The Little Prince to your child and then paint a color crayon resist watercolor
You got it. You got it. Try again.
crayon resist.
Check the tongue.
um yeah, this is that simple, you guys. Crayons, watercolor, paper, tape. You need water, obviously, and a brush. So please have fun. It's not too hard to just try a little. And you don't need the tape. Look, guys, it was starting to dry with the weird curl, but then like we set it on a flat surface and it fixed itself. It's I really like this one too. The nebula is one of my favorite effects to do with this kind of project. So yeah, don't leave out the nebula. It's so pretty, isn't it? Hi, Matt. What's up, Cosmic Robo? Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, we're just wrapping things up. I'll be back next Sunday, same time, 2 o'clock or 2:30, depending on when my little one goes to sleep. So it's a little bit of a flexible start time. So if you'll give me that, I will give you some more lovely painting next week on Sunday. Some little simple projects that we can do with not much effort to keep our art sanity. Thank you, guys. Give Dimash some love. He produced all of this. Funsies! I'd like to see you give the Northern Lights a go at some point. That's a great idea, Delta. Northern Lights. Heck yeah. I'll do it. I haven't read that to them yet. I gotta give it a go for sure. I haven't read that to myself in a long time. Yeah. This has been awesome. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Come back later on not this channel, but the Good at Game channel, where myself and my family will be playing some Castle Crashers and some Minecraft and having a grand old time.